We got Business Insider reporting, multiple lawsuits alleging that there are unpaid luxury items, a $340 million lawsuit filed by Floyd Mayweather himself. Now, some people are going to instantly say, oh, but Ego, he's broke. It's not necessarily how money works. But in this video, I promise I'll break it down and let you know the who, what, when, and where. Floyd Mayweather, stay tuned to the end of this video. His name is in the media a lot now. So let's talk about what all this signals right now in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Hey, yay. Hey, yay. We are gathered to talk about Floyd Mayweather. Now, a lot going on. Floyd Mayweather, people that he worked with at the end of his boxing career, Steven Espinoza, Showtime, he is actually suing them now for $340 million. He is alleging in unpaid hidden money. Now, Al Haymon is the longtime advisor of Floyd Mayweather. He was not directly named in this lawsuit, this version. I've obtained a copy of it. Al Haymon is not a defendant, but Showtime and Espinoza, they are. And a lot of people, they are looking at this with kind of an arched eyebrow. They're looking at it like Floyd always bragged about the money, the cars. I mean, look at his garage. He did videos. It looked like the Grand Theft Auto garage, right? Luxury items on the private jet, all this stuff. And now there's a bunch of reports that we're going to go through in this video. Now, I've been covering boxing for double-digit years. Allow me to take you through it. A simple Google search shows Floyd Mayweather. You type in his name, you're going to see some fight photos and whatnot. But the top stories, and there's multiple stories, and we're going to take a look at some of them. But as mentioned, Business Insider is now reporting what you see on the screen, that Floyd Mayweather is being accused in lawsuits of owing millions of dollars for luxury watches, gold, and rent on palatial apartment, right? The bullet points. Floyd was sued for allegedly failing to pay rent on a luxurious duplex in Manhattan. The boxer was also hit with 2 new lawsuits over millions in allegedly unpaid bills for jewelry. So keep in mind the terminology, allegedly. Mayweather, we do know he sued Showtime Networks, alleging it helped his ex-manager deprive him of $340 million, which I mentioned earlier. It says, and this will all be linked in the description so you can have a copy or whatnot. Former boxing champ Floyd Mayweather has been hit with 3 new lawsuits alleging that he failed to pay millions to 2 jewelry stores and that he owes hundreds of thousands of dollars in rent on a palatial luxury Manhattan apartment. Mayweather rented the 4,600 square feet duplex unit on the 18th and 19th floor of the Baccarat Hotel and Residence, a high-end condo tower in Midtown. In late 2024, the lease signing was reported in several outlets, including the New York Post and Architectural Digest. I remember Floyd was doing videos and he was like, I own buildings in New York, right? The lawsuit filed in January in state court alleges that he fell behind on the $100,000 a month rent for 5 months and agreed to pay up. Then he only gave a portion of what was owed. So these are the details for the lawsuits against Floyd Mayweather. And they are alleging that apparently rent is $100K at this luxury condo. And he fell behind 5 months. That's $500K or better, right? And he only paid a portion of it and he still owes the debt. The apartment is owned by Layla and David Sentner, a Miami couple who are wellness and tech entrepreneurs. The Centners purchased 2 condos at the Baccarat in 2016 for $15.3 million and combined them into a 2-level unit later rented by Floyd Mayweather. And the views are sick. They have a picture of it. Like, this is definitely luxury, right? Floyd rented the apartment for $100K a month. Layla Centner told Business Insider, so again, this is the article that we're going over, that Mayweather initially paid the rent, then he stopped in July of 2025. So we're talking about last year. She said she spoke to him in December about missed payments, that he appeared unaware that he owed $500K, $500,000 in back rent. Quote, he was surprised, she said. He had no idea he was that far behind. Mayweather made one $100,000 payment, but didn't settle the remaining balance and decided, or he didn't respond to her further efforts to reach him, Centner said. Quote, he did say he'd pay, and then he disappeared. We don't know why, Centner said. And these are the views from said apartment, right? The lawsuit is seeking $337,736.13. And this sum represents the $500,000 in arrears plus late fees minus a deposit that Mayweather paid at the start of the lease and the $100,000 catch-up payment. So they deducted what he did submit when he was made aware of this, the $100K, and I guess a deposit. So the remaining balance is that. An attorney for Mayweather did not provide a comment by deadline. He has not responded to the lawsuit in court. In a separate legal matter, so we've already went over one with this luxury condo in Manhattan, right? But a separate legal matter, a Miami jeweler sued Floyd Mayweather last month, alleging the boxer owes more than $1 million for jewelry that he took but never paid for. AJ's Jewelry said in a complaint filed in state court that Floyd Mayweather, described as a longtime customer, made 2 trips to the store in August and left with 26 Cartier Petite Rolex, AP watches, and 15 gold chains. So a bunch of luxury jewelry, AP watches, a Rolex, 15 chains. The suit is claiming that Mayweather agreed to pay $1.675 million bill later, right? And then they included a picture. I don't know if these are the exact jewels, but you know, we've seen Floyd where he got the Cuban bust downs or whatnot. Quote, because of the parties' long-standing relationship and prior transactions, AJ's Jewelry reasonably believed and relied upon Mayweather's promises to pay for the jewelry items that he took possession of in full. So they have a track record and they've worked together in the past, so he thought Floyd would be good with it, or good for it. To date, Mayweather has only paid AJ Jewelry's $300,000 of the outstanding balance. The store alleged that 5 checks from Floyd Mayweather between August and November bounced. So apparently he's alleging that Floyd wrote some checks that later bounced, so he didn't get his money. AJ's Jewelry has repeatedly contacted Floyd Mayweather, both orally and in writing, to request payment for the remaining balance. Each time Mayweather acknowledges the debt owed, promises to pay for the jewelry, then never sends the monies owed, the complaint said. Mayweather's attorney has not responded to the filing in court and did not offer a comment by deadline. So deadline is before the article pretty much got published. Mayweather also facing legal action from another Miami jeweler. So this is a third case. Leonard, I'm gonna say Sula, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, sued him and associate in federal court last month, accusing them of failing to honor the terms of a settlement they had reached last year over $3.9 million in watches and jewelry, almost $4 million that Mayweather had been accused of taking and failed to pay for. Mayweather's attorney did not provide comment on the suit. Rechnitz, who is awaiting resentencing in federal corruption case, did not respond. 48-year-old boxer racked up over $1 billion in winnings over his undefeated career, has pivoted to business ventures, including real estate investments, since he retired in 2017. In December, Business Insider reported that Mayweather had taken out millions in mortgages on his homes in 2024 and 2025 and faced a string of lawsuits and liens. Two of Mayweather's commercial properties have been foreclosed, and he is at risk of losing a Las Vegas building that houses his girl collection, over $52,000 in back property taxes and penalties. In response to Business Insider's story, Mayweather's lawyer, Bobby Samini, said the athlete is not, quote, experiencing financial strain. Floyd Mayweather rose from poverty and hardship to become one of the greatest champions in boxing history, transforming his talent and discipline into an undefeated legacy and highly successful business empire. Samini said in a statement at the time, creating unfounded narratives misrepresents the truth. It minimizes the achievements of an individual who has risen from adversity to become one of the most successful athletes and entrepreneurs of all time in this generation. Early this week, Mayweather filed a lawsuit against Showtime, which broadcasts some of his biggest fights. Former exec Stephen Espinoza seeking $340 million for, quote, misappropriated funds from decade-old bouts. The complaint alleges Showtime and Mayweather's former manager, Al Haymon, diverted winnings from the boxer in what is called a long-running and elaborate scheme of financial fraud. Al Haymon, described as a father figure to Mayweather in the complaint, is not named as a defendant, which I already mentioned. He could not be reached for comment, and a close associate did not return calls. Quote, "These are baseless claims, lack legal or factual merit. We strongly reject them, and we will respond accordingly through the court process," a spokesperson for Showtime parent company Paramount wrote in a statement to Business Insider. Stephen Espinoza declined to comment. Note, Floyd Mayweather filed a defamation lawsuit against Business Insider in connection with the previous story about Mayweather's real estate investments. This case is pending, and Business Insider stands by its reporting. So Floyd must have seen this report from Business Insider, and he didn't agree with it or didn't like it, so he sued him, and that case is currently pending and up in the air. A lot going on, which is why I had to do an Unpacked video, and y'all tell me, it's just too much going on. Floyd is suing Showtime and his former associate, Stephen Espinoza. He wants almost $400 million. And then you have several lawsuits. We counted at least 3, right? Where these condos and jewelers and whatnot are saying that Floyd is in financial strain and he owes a lot of money, right? He owes a lot of money. So we will see how it plays out. I will continue to do my job. It is an unfortunate situation to see this. Floyd Mayweather, definitely one of the greatest boxers ever. And he made his whole career off of, one, the fight game and just being a great skilled fighter, disciplined beyond measure, and winning 50-0 in the ring. But part of the shtick, part of, I guess, the allure to the Floyd Mayweather brand, he graduated and went to Money Mayweather, right? And that became a big component in Floyd Mayweather's career, where he used money and the flashy, flamboyant lifestyles of the rich and famous type of lifestyle. He used that to kind of show separation, you know, show like, hey, I'm a premier elite athlete and this is the fruits of my labor. So years after he's retired, we've heard a lot of these types of stories where boxers, Mike Tyson, he's not exempt from this either. Mike Tyson was making 30, 50 million in one night, and he has a one-man Broadway play, and he talked about it, that at the end of the day, he ended up losing it all, right? Through various vices or whatnot. And then now we're looking at Floyd Mayweather, super successful in and out the ring, and then now he's facing all this. And people are definitely speaking and talking about it and saying like, yo, maybe this is why he's suing Showtime. But that's just speculation. Let the record show. We'll see how it plays out. Best of luck to all parties. I don't know what's going on. I just know what's being reported. For more boxing news, for more deep dives and unpacks, I got y'all. Use my link me if you want to get in touch with Boxingego as a brand and follow up with what's going on. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live, Boxingego Unpacked. Yeah.